We're at the halfway point of Global Champions League round 2. And as it stands, the Monaco Comets lead on 20 penalties. So, how much are things going to change? That is completely incorrect. I lie. It's the Mexico Amigos on 12 penalties and are currently leading. Just behind them on the Monaco Comets on 20. I beg your pardon. Just behind them, the Stockholm Hearts on 24 and the Paris Panthers on 32, who, with half of the field still to come, I'm afraid, look destined to finish bottom of the table, which in 2025 now means that they will not compete. They will not participate in next month's GC playoffs at the end of November. So that becomes the big question here. Is that confirmed? Not just yet, but it does look pretty distant. Right, well, let's show you then how things look. Mexico Amigos, as we said, currently lead on 12, just behind their Monaco Comets. The Stockholm Hearts having all sorts of difficulty there. A 4 for Olivia Philipparts in round 1, an 8 for Nicola in round 1. Carolina Pedersen comes in for that second round. She has a fence down. And then Nicola Philipparts on Katanga has 2 more fences down as well. As now, as you can see there, the Stockholm Hearts finish on 24 penalties, as it seems to be another difficult day. A big talking point that we will address in a few moments' time is that 9th place. Take a look at the Prague Lions, powered by the Czech equestrian team, that find themselves at the bottom of those standings. There was an elimination for Fernando Martinez Soma, but we will show you that and talk about it in a few moments' time, because that is a very, very important moment. For now, though, first, let's hear then from Laura Triba from the Scandinavian Vikings to get some thoughts and some reaction on her performance today from the Scandinavian Vikings.
Lara, a really solid performance from you this evening. A bit of bad luck as well, just one down. How did you assess the round?
Yeah, I thought it was quite a big round. Like, we could feel that it was the finals. I think the verticals were a bit taller than usual, the oxers a bit wider, so it's a tough course. I was really happy with my horse Memphis. We almost made it to the clear. I had second to last down, but he jumped amazing, qualified for Sunday, so we're going to do that clear on Sunday then.
You can cut the tension with a knife tonight. Are you slightly relieved as Scandinavian Vikings that you've done enough already to go to the GC playoffs in Prague and you haven't got to worry slightly about the performance tonight?
Yeah, I guess we were a bit tense more mid-season because we were like in the last 2 teams, and then we had a very 2-3 good shows, and then we ranked up, we went up the ranking again. So now we're just working on getting experience. We're not really pressured for anything, and then we're going to try our best in Prague again.
What's the plan for Prague? Who goes to Prague for the team?
We still have to confirm with Geir, but normally it's going to be Sarah, Jor, Neil and me.
Good luck and well done today.
Thank you, thank you.
Geir is going to already start planning, if he hasn't already made a lot of plans for the GC playoffs later on in Prague next month. But now, as it stands, the Scandinavian Vikings can only hope to finish as high up the overall championship. A, for more prize money, and B, for a better start time in those GCL Super Cup quarterfinals on day 1 in Prague. Are the Prague Lions going to be jumping in that GCL Super Cup quarter-final? That becomes the big question. At the end of round 1, they had 15 penalties. Peter de Vos had 2 jumping faults to give him 8, plus 3 time penalties, 11, plus the 4 of Fernando Martinez Soma took them to 15. With the Riesenbeck International only on 4, there was a glimmer of hope for the men from Riesenbeck. There was a tiny window that opened up. Now, coming into round 2, Prague Lions needed to try and make up some of that damage. But unfortunately, this is what happened to Fernando Martinez Soma and Lady van der Hartenhoven, the Mexican rider in round 2, looking to try and get over the giant wall. And unfortunately, Lady said no. Lady said no the first time. The Mexican did a loop. Now start to be weary of time, opening up their window for Riesenbeck more and more and more. Comes for the second approach, the follow-up approach, and Lady said no again. Those new to the sport, those new to the rules, 2 eliminations, or 2 refusals rather, is all that you get. After a second refusal, you get eliminated. Now that means that the Prague Lions will finish bottom of the standings here in Riyadh for a bare minimum of points. which means that depending on how Razorback International jump in that second round a little bit later, could we see a shocking final day leapfrog for Razorback into the GCL Super Cup semi-finals? And how heartbreaking will it be for the Prague Lions, who have been good all season long, to potentially, because it's not confirmed yet, to potentially miss out on top 4 on the very last night? Let's get some thoughts and some reaction from teammate Peter de Vos.
Talk to us. What went wrong? What happened?
No words. What happened? Unfortunately, something happened which can happen in our sport. Nothing is predictable in our sport, and as we see today, I feel so sorry for my teammate Fernando. He did a fantastic season. Was all the time to the point. Was all the time there where he had to be. And now in the last final round, okay, his horse got a bit scared on the side. And then he got scared on the wall and he stopped twice on the wall. Horses, it's just unbelievable. The horse just jumped so many times super rounds for the team, so nobody to blame. It's just horses. It's just something we cannot, like I said, it's just something we cannot predict. And we are busy with living animals, and sometimes they can do things which we don't know. And that's what makes our sport super nice. But in this kind of situations, what makes our sport truly difficult.
Fernando's ridden brilliantly this.
It's a very honest response from Peter de Vos to just say, horses. It's the truth. When you are working with these incredible athletes, these incredible creatures, it can sometimes happen. I feel bad for Fernando Martinez Soma and for Prague Lions. How much will it hurt them come the end of the night? We'll find out. Next in the ring, you hear the music. You know it all too well. New York Empire, powered by Lugano Diamonds. Dennis Lynch, Scott Brash, next in the ring as we continue GCL round 2 of Riyadh.